At the top, Birmingham Natives, Blue Room Mafia with Big Loss. Love that, like that call and response sort of lyric thing. It's kind of almost like a James Brown, Fela Kuti style thing where it's just like, get the top.
I'll take the bottom.
No, get the top. You know how like the ad-libs behind. It's called call and
I was like, okay, so am I the female singer and you're the male singer and we're back and forth in a duet?
It's called call and response. So
okay, there you go. Well, there's 2 more facts for us all to know today.
Call and response.
Cool.
And then Munyon Canyon from the best rap release of 2025, in my opinion. The album's Life is Beautiful. Alchemist Pressing Buttons, Larry June, and 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, I always wear more than one. They're on the microphone.
Mate, the Alchemist song that my sister played when she was a guest host, Ensalada.
Sick.
With Freddie Gibbs and Anderson .Paak, I'm pretty sure, has been on repeat for me since that day. Like, I absolutely love it, man. And Freddie Gibbs, I believe we had a little discussion about Freddie Gibbs early on in the podcast, and I really hope it was one of those practice eps that we never launched, having a discussion about Freddie Gibbs. But I want to make it clear that Freddie Gibbs is a straight up gangster, and he is the coolest man, and he makes the best music ever. Because I feel like I wasn't so explicit with my feelings about Freddie one time before.
That was...
I want to make sure that everyone knows that Freddie Gibbs is the man.
That was a different rapper. Who was it? MF Doom.
No, MF Doom, I love.
This was a practice app,
That's
and you hung a little...
Just not
we
even
didn't.
any shit.
No hate here.
I just said it was just a little bit university for my liking, given the context that I like, which is real dirty stuff, which you saw a little bit with that Blue Room Mafia.
Yeah. And that song that scared me, I think, episode 4.
Episode 4, Swamp Harbour. I was thinking about going back there. There's a song I want to play. It's called At the Banquet, and it's that same sort of crew, and it's that real naughty, slowed down, purple drank, but also dinner table vibes, like talking about inviting people to a dinner and a hosting thing. Like, it's just a cool, real cool vibe.
Yeah, I want to hear it after this.
All right, well, I'm conscious of being super rap heavy, but if you want to stay, man, that's my baseline genre. So
we'll go there after this. Jaden's got a couple of overrated, underrateds for us, and see if we can redeem himself from fucking...
Yeah, thanks for giving me the mic back, mate. New Year's Eve.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm actually thinking about recently is I had a big stance on hating New Year's resolutions and thinking they were the dumbest things ever.
Yeah.
Now I'm pro.
You're pro New Year's resolutions?
Pro.
Yeah, okay.
Used
what
to be
about
like,
the original question?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, actually, what's the last resolution you kept?
Yeah, what
I
is?
haven't. I've never done it. Okay, so we'll go there. We'll go after to resolutions. We'll do the party first. Mate, you do it right with friends and you keep it simple. I think it can be great. But in your 20s, that was so overrated.
See, I've always had really, really fun New Year's.
I think you've had fun almost everywhere you've gone, Tom. It's this crazy thing, man.
I actually think all the days are underrated. And but New Year's, we did it exactly like that. Keep it simple. Not same crew, but tight mates. The countdown thing is just it's just something different that's celebratory and fun and interesting. And I've been lucky enough to never, try and do a big festival or try and manufacture something that's too much. Ubers, I think that's the killer, is it when you got to move around and Uber here and then we got kick-ons there or whatever. That's when it starts getting a little bit overrated. But if you're on a farm with your best friends and the orcs and the speaker, that's an underrated event.
If we were here and we had every cabin, I think they're going to move up to nearly 16, but they're 4 on the block now.
5, I believe.
5, my bad. Shout out to Heyscape. That would be a ripper.
That would be an all-time party. And we spoke a little bit about Raintree property before and the dam. If you haven't been down to this part of the world, the Great Southern, you got to make sure you get down to the dam in Ocean Beach. It is just the most fantastic building. And Beats, the owner, was talking us through some of his plans with some of the venues that, or the venue that he wants to create, and some of the acts that have come through already. He mentioned name an indie rock band, something like the Summer of Caravans.
Caravana Sun.
Caravan of Sun.
Caravana Sun.
Caravana Sun, and they come down and play every year, and they have a grand old time. So I think there'll be more in terms of the venue space down here as well. So maybe we can utilise that for our New Year's Eve party, staff party.
Yeah, staff party. New Year's Eve staff party. Everyone fly into Bussa and then drive down.
Can we
News resolutions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go.
I would always shit on them and be like, why do you need to like a date and a time to be the catalyst to change in your life? But then I was just like, why am I being this fucking loser hater? Like, good on you. If you need a start date, you'd be like, that's when I'm going to bring about some change. And it's a date you need, then do it. I was a hater for a long time, and I was like outwardly so. If it got brought up, I was just like,
Really?
Lame.
Yeah. See, no, I'm with you. I'm not that I ever have had really too many of them and decided too many of them, but I think it's an important part is just like at least sitting there and being like, all right, what can I improve this year? Like, what do I want to do this year? And if you're good enough to hang on to it, well done. But if you're not, it's like it's at least it's an exercise in awareness of trying to think about what you want to do. And if you did it every month, I reckon it would be an exercise that would be really valuable. Rather than every year. Maybe we should have new month's resolutions.
what's yours? Yeah. What's your resolution for this year?
Gosh, that's a good question. I suppose I just made it before, but I don't, like I said, I didn't make
agility.
Yeah, legitimately. Get a little bit lighter on my feet. Switch to the pure blondes to keep me out of the media, like Matt alluded to.
Fat boy.
And then. And then, honestly, man, it's the same as probably yours, where it's like be a present father and try and be calmer and try and set a good example. And like Dr. Billy Garvey told us, like love and joy is the thing that I've been thinking about a lot. When I'm low on energy or finished training or pre-season right now, like I've got to show my kids how to have fun, how to laugh, how to play, water gun fight, just joke around. We have hose fights and just that process of Billy being like, oh, please, Dad, give me the hose back. I promise I won't squirt you. And then he squirts you and you're like, ah! and then he chases you around, and because you're a 30-year-old athlete and he's a little boy, you steal it off him and then you squirt him back.
Athlete.
And then he cries, of course, because they don't like that. But, like, oh, don't squirt me, Dad. And just that game of having fun, love and joy, that's probably what my New Year's resolution was. But I didn't make it when the countdown happened. What was yours?
I want to be. One sec, we'll wait for that wind. I want to be more understand my finances better. I'm really like taxes suck, investing no idea.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, I'm just so bad at it, bro.
Mate,
I've got no idea. Like buying a house, and then with my little brother's like he's so smart at this stuff. So I'm offset. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and this with super, and I'm going to invest here, and it's just like, mate, that's brilliant. And I just don't. I've never cared about it. My passion's different.
Nah, well, mate, do you know what? That's a fantastic one because that's something I've had to have a look at in the last 6 months.
I see the way you go about it, and I'm like, fuck, I would love to. Obviously, the pay packet's a little bit different, but it's still,
Well, once we start commercialising this beautiful podcast, then you'll have to start setting up entities and becoming tax effective and stuff. But it's all like just...
And we become the mouthpiece for a Chinese manufacturing company. Yeah. But the money's good.
But Alibaba, go on there.
Guangzhou, the home of PTA.
But you learn as you go, and mate, what I'm not good at is saving and expense tracking and like spending. Seriously, what are you laughing at? You're laughing at.
No, I'm laughing at you.
You're laughing at when you come for some recordings in Melbourne, you see firsthand. But yeah, we're bad with food wastage. Exact things like that, like just spending a little bit more money than you need to, just things like that. And until you become sort of, let's call it, constrained in your mid-20s and 30s and you're working hard, like that's exactly when you do need to visit it and be like, hang on a sec, how can I actually figure this out? Because if you don't have that skill, which I don't have, and you're saying you don't have...
I have it way less than you, man.
Yeah, man, it's pretty hard to navigate a capitalistic society. So I think that's a great New Year's resolution.
And it's not like... you know, I want to invest and I'm going to be a crypto bro and fucking do all these things. But it's just like, I just want to be smarter about saving and where my money goes, and what the hell an offset account is, and just like getting a better idea.
Yeah. I've got a guy I can put you in touch with, and then anyone at home who needs financial services, I do mine with Shakespeare Financial.
Beautiful.
Mate of mine, Stu McKinnon, he does a fantastic job. And a buddy I used to play footy with, Dylan Main, I put them in charge, and they come to me proactively and help me to understand these notions of tax efficacy, the Div 293, super, all these things where you're like, oh, okay, so if I do that now or pay Nadia's super or whatever it might be, these little tricks that, you know, it seem like costs, but they're actually investments, like you say. So I would highly recommend Shakespeare Financial. They're out of West Perth if anyone's looking for some assistance. They're my boys.
Absolutely. All hail Xi Jinping. We're going to play a couple of tracks. We'll be right back.